Nossa! Nossa! Oh dear. We are say. We are say. Are you kidding me? Nossa! Oh dear. Oh dear. Hello, people. One second.
Guys.
Something right here. Wow. This is definitely a live show. Okay? This is, look at this. Wow. Tangle up. How is everybody doing? Welcome aboard to another episode of The Chill and Spill, where we spill the beans and spill the tea and spill everything. We don't hold nothing back, you know.
Nope.
If this is your first time watching, my apologies for the faffing about. I'm your host, Nubian, and to my right is my co-host, Zuz.
Hey, y'all.
Let me say that again because I didn't understand what I said. I am your host, Nubian. About Nubian. Like, who is that?
Oh my gosh, Nubian, don't give me joke.
Who is that? Oh dear. Hope everybody's doing good, man. Have you missed the show? Anyway, last week we had a show. Come on
Yes, we did.
Last week we had a show. For those that didn't watch, we had a live interview with the First Lady, the Angel herself. Live.
Yes.
What a wicked interview that was.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah, it was so good. Big up the Angel each and every time. As we do each and every week, we check to see, is everybody doing okay? Yeah? Is everybody okay? Is everybody good? Can everybody hear us loud and clearly?
I'm sure. You guys normally let us know anyway.
Oh, yeah. You let us know if you can't hear us. I'm sure somebody's going to let us know. If you don't, then what can we do? The show must continue.
Absolutely.
Yeah? So we are live right now on many platforms. We are live right now on 2 Bigos, big up Bigo each and every time. Hey, 2 Facebooks, YouTube, Mixcloud, Kick, and last but not least, GMPC Radio. Live. So let's all bear in mind that, again, this is a live show. So anything can happen, like me licking up my teeth on the mic. I'm boxing myself. 1 second.
Oh my God. Nubian. Nubian's on fire today, Like, what is going on? I can't deal with her. Swear down. I can't deal. Oh my gosh.
It's all going on. Zuz, how's your week been, man?
How has my week been? My week's been good,
Oh.
Yeah.
Lovely. Good to hear.
My week's been all right. I think it's been a balance.
A Balenciaga, yeah?
Balenciaga. Yeah, no. My week's been all right still. I can't complain.
Oh, good.
Good stuff, man.
Oh, wow. This is lovely.
Yeah.
Even though it was raining in the UK.
Oh, my gosh. The rain was horrible.
Yeah, the rain is...
Rain and Zuz doesn't mesh well. Seriously. If it's raining, just know that I'm in my house and I'm not coming out.
Well... This week in the UK, we are going to experience something that's quite rare in the UK. A heat wave. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Stop it right now. You see, I've got to explain for the people on the radio that Nubian is doing some next kind of shimmy with her shoulders and dancing, darts up the place because you guys can't see. You can only hear us.
Yep.
So I have to let them know. Look at me getting tongue tied.
Oh dear. Let's talk about my week. My week. Well, yes, good week. Can't complain. Good week.
Great stuff.
Yeah, we're here. We're healthy. We're breathing, living.
Yes.
The best life that we can live at present time. Mm-hmm. There's nothing we can do. Once we are here with you guys, we are extra happy.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We're good, man.
Yes. So, big up Ace.
Hey, Ace.
Big up Ace each and every time. And big up those that are watching right now and are silence. Yeah, big up yourself. Sorry, this is what I do. For those that can't see me, what I do, I have to keep checking our platforms and make sure everything's up and running. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everybody has to hear what's going on and see. For those that can see, you all have to see what's going on. And for those that can hear, you have to hear what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah? So, I'm wondering what the hot topic is. Got to swallow first. Tonight.
Normally I do the little hand gesture. But today, I don't know what's going on with Nubian, innit? Like, I just don't know what's going on. But she's throwing me off. She's throwing me off.
You know, you didn't want to swallow before. And then now you have to do what you have to do. Now you need to swallow. It's a joke. You know?
If it was random, they would say, why? Bun up. Bun up for that, boy.
No.
Why?
Yeah.
Why for that?
The topic tonight is vulnerabilities. Yeah, we are talking about the vulnerable tonight. Mm-hmm. It is a wide spectrum. when it comes to vulnerability. Yes, we've got vulnerable older people. We've got vulnerable people our age group.
Yep.
We've got vulnerable young children. It's wide, people. Yeah, and we want to delve deeper on why people take advantage, more advantage than they would if he wasn't vulnerable, on the vulnerable when they are at their lowest.
Well, I feel like it's because they're weak themselves.
You think because they're weak?
Well, it's just a bad mind thing. You know me, you know I always say it's bad mind.
That's our favourite thing to say.
I feel like it's my favourite thing to say. They're bad mind. But it's so true though. Like, why would you think to, you know, target someone that's vulnerable? Or like take advantage of someone that is vulnerable for your own gain? Do you get what I'm saying? It's just wickedness.
It's straight up wickedness.
It's you're not genuine. You're not a good person, because if you was a good person, you would not do that.
Exactly.
But you are. So to me, it's bad mindedness.
Yes. Why would you do that? And pre-calculated as well.
Oh.
It's pre-calculated. I don't care what anybody says, because
100%.
you know that person is not at their highest point. You know, even if they've got a disability. Because you've got people that's got disabilities as well, that people take advantage of them because of that. So to me, even the elderly, you know, a lot of people are like the elderly, they are seeking for family. If they don't have family, people that was going to take care of them, you know, because they're older. So that means that, you know, they've got a lot of ailments going on. You know, a lot of them are not very able to do a lot of things.
And some of them are alone, so they're seeking companionship or some sort of friendship.
Exactly.
Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
Some sort of friendship relationship they're looking for, some sort of companionship. No one wants to be alone. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
No one wants to be alone and be by themselves forever and not be able to express yourself to anyone, or even just have a normal chat or say, you know, you want a cup of tea, mate?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So no one wants to be alone. So I feel like there's a lot of people that will prey on the elderly, knowing that they're going to be more willing to help. Oh, what, that person needs help. Oh, and I don't even think they're just thinking, oh yeah, that person needs help, let me help them. They're just thinking, oh my gosh, a friend.
Yeah.
Someone that I can talk to.
Yeah.
Someone that needs me.
That's it.
Because that's another thing, like, people want to feel needed, right?
Yeah.
So there's no difference between the elderly. The elderly want to feel needed as well. Do you get what I'm saying? When you get to a certain age,
Yep.
especially if you've had kids, and some elderly they don't have kids. Some elderly people don't have children. But if you do have children, you still want the company of someone. To get what I'm saying?
The thing is, you may have children
yourself.
and you still may not be close with your children.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you can have children, but you may not be close with your children. You may not have a great relationship with your children. So that will make you vulnerable as well. And even the people that come and help you, the carers, you know, you have to build a trust with the carers as well, you know. When they come to help you shopping, help you clean the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You got some people, you know, they're not genuine.
Yes.
The carers.
Yes.
They
Big
just
up all the good ones out
there.
there.
Yeah, big up all the good people.
Big up all the good carers out there.
Exactly, because there's a lot of good ones.
Yes, 100%. But
Yeah.
there are some
Wicked ones.
bad mind.
Yeah, some
There are
wicked
some
ones.
real wicked people out there that are carers, and they are carers for a reason, just to see what they can gain
Yep.
from those vulnerable people. Do you get what I'm saying? I've seen some crazy videos on social media throughout the years of carers abusing the person that they're supposed to be caring for.
It's scary,
and it's just scary and it's unfortunate. And you know, like Nubian said, you know, you could have kids and you not have a relationship with your kids. You could have kids, you don't actually think to yourself, you know what, I'm never going to have a relationship with these kids. You don't have kids having that thought, if you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
You think to yourself, yeah, my kids are going to look after me and you know, we're going to have good family vibes and, you know, that's the initial thought, but life is not like that. There's so much different things that happen and different experiences that happen in life where things change and you could end up on your own.
Literally. Big up Faye, big up Barbara, big up Kapreem. Welcome to
Hey,
Chill and
guys.
Spill. And big up all the silent viewers also. I would like to know what your opinion is on vulnerability. And I'm sure everyone's got stories about, you know, they've heard this or they've know somebody that's been through a lot of stuff. You know, yeah, let us know.
Do you know what? I think, okay, we've got one coming in.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Chill and Spill.
Michelle says the government does not support the vulnerable enough, especially the elderly. They are prone to being targeted for robbery and scams. My granny actually went through something similar. Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. You see? This
is what I'm saying. It's just, especially the scams.
Yep.
I'm not saying robbery is not up there, but especially the scams. You know, when you get a call and they're like, oh, it's your bank.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your insurance. You need to change a certain thing.
Yes.
So if you just give me your bank details, your name and everything. And again, because they're the elderly, they've come from a time where, what is AI, if you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They've come from a completely different time.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're coming from times where how they communicated was through letters. Yeah. You wrote a letter to check on your brethren. Do you get what I'm saying? You didn't necessarily pick up the phone. So coming from that kind of generation, you're going to think that anyone calling you that says that they're from the bank, you're going to believe that.
Of course.
You're not going to say to yourself, oh, no, it's fraud.
Yeah.
It's a fake or it's a scam. You're not going to think like that. Especially when they got that nice tone of voice.
Yeah.
They're being warm. So
trusting voice.
Yeah, that trusting voice. So you think to yourself, oh, my gosh, this sounds serious.
Yeah.
And then people's whole life savings are gone.
Yep.
Just because of that.
Well, I'm going to tell you a personal story of myself. My granddad, God rest his soul, he was hard-working Jamaican man in the UK, working so hard. And he said, you know what, after a few years, he was like, you know what, it's time to go back home and spend the rest of my days back home. Went back home, everything was good, him and my granny, you know, and then he started to develop dementia. Yeah, Alzheimer's. They're both kind of the same thing, really, aren't they?
They're very similar. Yeah.
And we didn't know. Nobody knew that he was going through it. He was just getting on with his life. Then the neighbours, they kind of knew something was up. They were like, you know what? There's something wrong with, you know, Mr. ... There's something going on with Mr. ... Let's take him to the bank. Yeah? And they took my granddad to the bank. Yeah, they made it look like they were relatives. Like there was the nephew or something like that. Like they were family, basically.
Yeah.
And they weren't family. He thought that because of the dementia, he thought it was family. So he said, yeah, you know, all right, call me. Said, oh, we need some money. You know, and he took out all his savings out of the bank and gave it to the strangers, leaving the bank dry. All these years of working and building, you know, building legacy for the family. This is what these people came and done to my granddad. That is a prime example.
It's wickedness.
Of taking his vulnerability and just
taking
full advantage of granddad. Now, you just think to yourself, what kind of world are we living in? Is it that deep?
And do you know what? It's so annoying because for them, it clearly is that deep for them to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? But people literally see people's vulnerability as an opportunity. To pounce. It's an opportunity for them. It's not something where they say, okay, this is a vulnerable person, let me see how I can help. It's more of an opportunity for them to gain something
Exactly.
from them or take something from them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's just that's so horrible.
Yeah.
That is so horrible.
Welcome aboard, Lady Christine.
Hi, Lady Christine.
Welcome aboard. Another thing that we want to talk about when it comes to vulnerability, even when you've lost people in your family, you know, death. People use death as a weakness as well.
Yeah.
A time to take advantage, because that's when you're at your lowest, having to deal with so much different things, you know, when it's time to plan in the funeral, and there's so much things to think about, thinking about house, you know, sorting out their house, and a whole heap of stuff you got to sort out when someone's passed.
Yeah.
And then you've got people that take full advantage of that. I want to see what they can get or gain from your loss. Like...
Do you know what? Yeah, that I feel like that's a trigger for me. Oh, I'm glitching. I'm glitching.
Man.
No, but it's true though. In death, I feel like, you see, when it comes to death, I don't know what flies up in people's head. Do you get what I'm saying? I really don't understand when people pass on that certain family members feel like they're entitled, and friends that they're entitled to certain things. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're entitled to this. Oh, I remember when I did this and that and rare for this person, so now I need to get this. And do you get what I'm saying? And I'm just like...
So you give to receive then?
Exactly. I'm just like, do you know what? Can we just not let them rest in peace? Is it that deep? Whatever you have now is what you have now, and that's it. Do you get what I'm saying? That is it. There's no gain, there's no nothing. Be thankful and grateful, and know that you're privileged to even have known that person in your life.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? And then leave and remember.
Respect.
That's it. Respect the memories.
Respect the memories, man.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Don't take advantage of it.
Some of my friends and their family members, what they've gone through when it comes to a death, the things that's gone on, it's just like, oh my God. That's crazy. Like, what, that person did that? Wow. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you would have never known that until the person died.
Exactly. Oh. Hello there.
Morning.
Welcome aboard, Mr.
Morning.
Benson.
Morning.
You okay? How have you been? How's your week been?
Dim. Under pressure, pressing down on me. Sorry.
You know, my life not really change. You know, it's just always working, always having something to do. You know the one, so it's just one of those things wherein it's the same.
Yeah.
But I'm happy and I'm grateful for the mercies of the Most High Jah, who have spared my life to be in your company this evening. And sometimes we just need to be mindful of the fact that we are alive in spite of what is happening around us.
Exactly.
And just be grateful. So I'm not going to complain. This is something new that I'm trying out, right? Of not complaining, but just give thanks in spite of the circumstances. So I'm not going to complain. The Lord has been good, and His mercies endure it forever. So I'm here, you know.
Lovely.
So, yeah.
Lovely to have you on the panel with us this week. Faye says, them go on like they did work for the money and it belongs to them.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That is how people go on when it comes to death. They acted like they worked for the money themselves and they deserve Do you get what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's like a sense of entitlement. They feel entitled to certain things.
Yeah.
And some people actually believe that. They believe that this is mine because I've done this, or because I'm just a family member, I deserve this. No.
Exactly.
Dress back. Yeah? Take a step back. Ease back. Because at the end of the day, you did not have this before. Okay?
Exactly.
And you were fine. You were continuing to live your life. Like I said, the stories that some of my friends have told me about certain deaths within their family and the things that have gone on, truly, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna play the devil's advocate now.
Oh, you play the devil's advocate today then, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, just to know. Yeah, earlier on, there are two things that I want to say, but I need to say this. What Nubian mentioned just now about her granddad. Sorry for what happened, but I was just thinking, he went to the bank with strangers.
Yes.
I'm wondering if he drew the money and he gave to the stranger.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you had called him and said, Granddad, I need a 5 grand, if he would have given it to you. So majority, he has family members, don't it?
Yeah. Large family.
Yeah, large family. I'm wondering if any of the family members should have said in that period of time, Granddad, you know, I need a 2 grand, a 5 grand, or whatever. I wonder if he would have gone. Or if any of the family member had even explained a circumstances.
I feel like he might.
I'm just saying, you know, just
Yeah.
being the devil's advocate. And I'm sorry for what happened to him. But I'm flipping the coin and realize, thinking about it now, wonder if he would have given it to a family member. He would probably, don't it?
Yeah, he probably wouldn't.
So, there you go again.
Do you think so?
No, the thing
asking-
is,
but
I'm
if you're
saying
being
not his.
practical.
I'm not saying the grandchildren, you know. I'm just saying a family member.
Yeah, a family member.
You know, it
yeah.
might be different for a family member. His children and grandchildren, I feel like he would give them anything.
Yeah, but if so I was just thinking about that part of it, because majority of the time I'll hear these stories about old people being taken advantage of, and family member. The other day there was this lady who they took away £90,000 from her,
Oh my
See.
God.
and the daughter didn't even know that she had so much money
What, is it from the bank or?
from the bank.
Okay.
And the daughter didn't know that she has so much money.
But how did they get to take the 90,000?
The same thing,
The same
prank
way.
call and stuff like that.
That was a prank call.
Yeah, and they did this other one where someone asks a woman and a man to take them to, I think it's what, Harley Street, to buy them 2 Rolex watch and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, that's just so horrible.
Yeah, so,
My mother has just said yes, he would give.
okay.
She
well,
said he would give, and he's even given land to people for free.
Yeah, so, you know, well, give thanks and praises, he was that sort of person.
Yeah.
But my condolences goes out to the family in Leicester who, the 8-year-old man who was killed by the 2 teenagers.
Is that the one that was walking his dog?
Yeah, that was walking
Yes.
his dog.
Oh my gosh, I remember
God.
that.
And
I saw that.
earlier on this week, they will be sentenced in April.
In
April?
Which in the charge, they didn't say it was murder. They said it's manslaughter. And while listening to the hearing, they won't name the 2 child because they are underage.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that I don't know if I'm going to drift away a little bit from the topic, where murders have been committed by kids who they referred to as underage.
Juveniles.
And then nobody know who it is. And after they do their 3-4 years behind, not even behind bars, right? They ending up getting housing and then integrate back themselves back into society and feel as free as somebody else without anybody knowing that this person has committed such crime.
I get that. I totally get what you're saying. It's very difficult, I would say, from a law perspective. It's very, very difficult because it's like you've got to also take into consideration human rights. So even though someone has committed, what we're specifically talking about, underage juveniles, has committed a specific act. No, even if they've done such a heinous crime, we, as the law, has to still abide by their human rights. So that's why I feel like I get it. Morally, you just think it's wrong. Like, why should they be integrated into, society again? Why should they live a normal life? They've done such a heinous crime. At the same time, you've got human rights law. And everyone has human rights regardless of what you've done in your life. Yes, your freedom, your liberty will be taken away from you if you commit a crime or you commit an offence. Yes, your liberty will be taken. But does that mean that your liberty should be taken forever until you die? Do you get what I'm saying? That's not necessarily humanly right.
Hear what happened? Look in this man case, for instance, right? Where he was walking the dog and attacked by a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old. One was videoing the incident that occurred, right? Yeah. Now, when they put that down to manslaughter, really manslaughter would run about 15 years. Then that is for adults. Then for juveniles, it's half of that time, so that would be 17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah? That would be 7 years.
7
years.
Now, when you think about it now, that's 7 years before the justice system, they will take into consideration of how that child was and all those things.
Yeah, and their development.
And now that particular one, this incident, when the most one got was 4 years, so that is just 2 years. When they mention about
the thing is, do you know what? I haven't actually heard about this case until you guys mentioned it just now. I don't know the ins and outs. I'm literally just listening to what Benson and yourself.
And he was only a few minutes away from his house.
So you're saying that he just walked his dog and they've attacked him. So obviously the reason
walking his dog.
While walking his dog,
randomly. Okay, so I understand why it's manslaughter, because it's to be convicted of murder, you have to prove the intent. And it's not easy to prove an intent that I had intentions to kill you. That's what I wanted to do. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why it's manslaughter, because you might have had intentions to harm a person, but not necessarily kill the person. Do you get what I'm saying? So I get the manslaughter part, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, what was they trying to steal something? Like, what I don't know the stories. Were they trying to steal something?
No.
And again, they're young, so that's the reason why they're gonna get the sentences that they got. And
welcome aboard, DJ General. Welcome aboard.
Hi, General.
Sorry to cut you, Benson, but Lady Christine says, as you all know, I'm going through the grieving right now, but trust me, I'm ready for them. Again, condolences, Lady Christine. It is a lot. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you always have to be mentally prepared. It's like you can't even grieve in peace without thinking about, okay, who's going to pounce?
Yes.
Who's going to pounce now, on my vulnerability right now?
And I feel like that goes for all families.
just not good.
I feel like it's all families across all ethnicities that go through this. Do you get what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's always people in the background that may have not had good intentions for the person that passed away, or they just had a little bit of envy, or they just, again, they see the vulnerability as an opportunity. They're opportunists.
Yes,
Do you get what I'm saying?
they surely are.
And to me, when you're an opportunist, it's not the right quality to have, depending on, I wouldn't even say depending on, no, it's not the right quality to have. Because normally when you're talking about opportunities, they're seeing some sort of opportunity, they're trying to seek some sort of opportunity in any given situation. So they can never, like how we're just sitting here on a panel and Benson might mention something about a business, straight away they're thinking, oh my gosh, there's an opportunity for me to be able to gain, rather than just listening and saying, you know what, I hope that business goes well for you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. How can
Like,
they benefit from this business?
Right, how can I benefit from this? I've heard this information now. How can I benefit from that? Do you get what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot, guys. It's a deep topic, guys. It's a very, very, very deep topic.
No, sir. Even disabled people, mentally, they're not in their right mind, some of them, and people take advantage of that.
Yeah, or those with additional needs.
Additional needs.
It's crazy. Welcome aboard, Paul.
Paul, welcome aboard.
DJ.
Paul, welcome aboard. Long time.
Paul says, I have been in some really vulnerable positions, and it's at that time when a person I thought was a friend was taking advantage of me financially. They were breaking me down even further than what I already was. It's so important to talk about these things.
Oh my God.
Paul, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you,
Because I'm
Paul.
sure that was difficult and that wasn't easy to share.
No.
And this is why we have these shows, to talk about these things, because no one talks about these
Yeah.
kind of topics. Vulnerability, no one talks about that. No one talks about...
And it's out there.
It's, of course.
It's out there.
It's widespread.
You what happen, really and truly, Some of them old people are really no manners still,
No, I'm not going to...
No, serious.
No,
I agree.
I'm not
For the
disagreeing.
first time, I do
No, man.
agree. Some of them, man. Some of them
No,
are
man,
crosses.
I lie to you, man. The other day, me and me say good manners and proper conduct. Me I help a man in the supermarket. I first this long time a man tell me about it. I help the man with him bag. The man tell me some bad word me couldn't even believe. Me say alright, nothing no wrong. Me I go back here again. About 3 weeks after me see him can't walk. Cause I try to walk and I move like a car where what can't start and you have to took the car. And I call out for me for help him.
It's calling for you to help him.
Yeah, I say no, so I'm not on the time for you. I just beg God forgiveness and say, yeah, I'm not on the time for you,
No.
So when me see him now, I'm not lie to you, I hide from him because now him can't even do too well. At the first, me if I do that to a whole person.
No.
You understand what I mean?
So
And
are you saying some of them deserve what they get then?
I'm not going to say them deserve it,
No,
to be
no,
honest
no.
with you, but some of them don't have any manners.
No, I agree. I've gone through something similar.
Mr. The man fall off our stairs, see? Right? And the whole neighbors, them run go help him. See?
Yeah.
My neighbor now, to him, ticking out. Black guy, Got it. No, I'll take him up. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, I that him tell him like he would.
Same thing.
So,
Are you kidding me?
when the youth just back, one white lady come there and her husband and the man said, let me help you up. He stretch out the man.
Wow.
So even though he's in this position, him still showing racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him
Yeah.
still a choose who him want to help.
Yeah.
Imagine.
So really and truly, enough of them really where I got through certain things really and truly Couple of years ago, nothing did hurt my heart like that. When me see how old people go through certain things. But now, me get for understanding life that what goes around comes around. So there are things wherein it's unfortunate that some people meet certain things, but me try to say, wonder what was he like, he or she was like
back in the day.
100% Benson.
So them thing that me calculate. So really and truly, you can even have the heart, to help, And the Most High will even bless you same way. But him know within himself the main reason why you don't do it action-wise.
Yeah.
Because I tried the other day with him. I'm try it with some other people, and all right, unfortunately, it never worked out for me this time.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to me. I was trying to help this older black lady on the bus. And I was like, oh my gosh, she had a stick and her, when, her back was really bent over.
Yeah.
So like she was kind of looking up and she couldn't see properly. And I was trying to help her get on the bus, and I'm not getting on the bus, I'm not even getting on the bus. But I saw that she needed help, and I thought, let me go and help her. And she'd done the same thing. Don't touch me! I said, what? And I said, oh dear. Do you know what I mean? And then it made me think, why do you have that hunchback?
It's serious.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Why do you have the hunchback?
Why do you have the hunchback? Like, is it because you've been bad minding your ass when you was younger? You was bad mind, and now you're suffering for all the wickedness. Because the thing is, not everyone is good in this world, innit?
No.
And I feel like because of elderly people,
Automatically.
or because of what you might have come from, you
place where you come
automatically
from.
think that all elderly people are lovely people. They're home, they feel like home. They'll cook your meals or whatever. You just feel like they're lovely people, and actually some of those elderly people are the same people that have been doing the bad mindedness and crassness from since they were young, and now they're now old. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's difficult. Go with your instincts. That's all I'm gonna say.
Even that same thing with the bus, Me tried to help ladies taking off their bags off the bus, and a couple of them sort of put me in my place. Say, "Me don't need no help."
Oh yeah, that too.
You get what I mean?
That too.
And you didn't know, because we're from the environment we're in, where we don't pick and choose who we help. You understand?
Yeah.
We don't pick and choose, because it's just like where the good book tell we, like, the Most High may come in the morning or in the evening, and also in disguise him not have to come in a 3-piece suit. You understand what I mean? So really, when you know that you don't show any form of discrimination between any of them, but I know the Most High wouldn't react the way if it was he, the way how them react to me.
100%.
So I know so
But
them
the
know
thing is, at
Most
the
High.
same time, that can put you off as well,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it
it
can.
That can
do.
put a lot of people
It
off
can,
and say, you
it
know
can.
what? I ain't helping.
No one again.
Listen, if you know the film Django, don't ask me and mine for nothing.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's what you feel like saying. You know
It's
what?
true.
Don't ask me for nothing. I'm not going to help you anymore. That's it. I don't care who it is. You could be struggling. I'm not going to help them anymore. And these are the things that will change humanity, how we think.
Not only that, let me just flip it again. Because I feel like sometimes those with vulnerabilities or additional needs, they want that independence. Do you get what I'm saying?
For the elderly.
Not just the elderly, it could be anyone. Someone that's vulnerable, someone that might have additional needs or have a disability. You might look at someone that's got a disability and
want to help them.
And automatically you want to help them when really they're trying to get their independence. So it's like they're trying to do this for themselves. Do you get what I'm saying? And now we have intervened with them being independent. Do you get what I'm saying?
Making them feel
their whole life,
less
someone has
of.
taken care of them. Do you get what I'm saying? So now they want to be an independent adult or just an independent person. A stranger has now come up to them, and again, it's not the stranger's fault, but a stranger has now come up to them to help, and they're thinking, "Why is this man touching me? Don't touch me," kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because they want to be independent. They want
Or
to do
they
it for
might feel like
themselves.
you might be trying to rob them slyly as well.
That too.
But
Because of the society that we live in.
but is society? It's just like even with the case that we was discussing earlier.
Yeah.
The whole system, that whole, they have created the system. They have created a system, not really a system of not so much looking to help anyone. It's just like this thing where they have, where it's for a man, how a man will call to a woman on the road. Now, if I can't call to you, I can't help you. So calculate the how the system is. If I see you on the road and I call to you, psst, whatever, hello, rare. Because when I first came to England, I didn't know. I heard this man. I said to myself, but me not see no dog. It's a lady you might call to.
Yeah.
Because Jamaica, that way you call to a dog. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And the lady turned around because he was not of my complexion. And the lady turned around. Now them cut out all of that system, right? Now they also, with the system that they have now, for those persons who are aware of the law and stuff like that, a lot of men won't even help a lady that is vulnerable. Because at the end of the day, they are thinking about, I can't have the time to be questioned by police.
Yes.
So the system that they create, the society is not of a society wherein it's a loving and caring society.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true. Welcome aboard, Jez.
Welcome aboard,
New
Jez.
listener. Hi,
Wow.
Jez.
Welcome aboard. This is the show Chill and Spill. How are you?
Welcome to Chill and Spill. Jez says, our young children are vulnerable at this current time. I feel like the pressure of life and social media, all the kids feel like they need to be in designers that they cannot afford. And this leads to bullying and kids taking their own lives. That's also a deep one.
Wow.
That's also a deep one. Do you know what, yeah? I think this was probably about 4 months ago. You know the show This Morning? You know, sometimes when I'm working from home, you just got the telly on in the background. And in the shopping mall, I don't know if it was in Manchester or something, they had balloons up for all the children that took their own lives.
Yeah.
And the basically the age they would have been if they were still alive. And I swear to you, I could not believe
The balloons.
the amount of balloons that I saw for each child that took their own life. And the ages that they were going to be. 14, 15, 17,
Yeah.
18. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit deep.
Yep.
Why is there a rise in children taking their own lives?
Exactly.
Because obviously they're going through some sort of vulnerability.
That's
Do you get
it.
what I'm saying?
That's it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like there's enough
And
support.
they haven't got a sense of belonging.
No, it's
They
not.
probably feel like they don't belong nowhere.
No, hear what happened now. This is one of the things where we have to look into. Thinking about it now. These kids in England here, because it's England now we're in, right? Mm-hmm. They have their own room, right? Mm-hmm. If anything happens between a parent and a child, that child run and goes to their room and close the door. When you're there at Jamaica, if you don't have no door for close, you just lie down on the bed and you see everything with the child do. So what really happened, majority of the time, you have to take into consideration the relationship and the bond that each parents had with that child. Because no parent, when a child does that, is going to come out honestly and say, here what happened. I didn't have that close relationship with the child.
Yeah, but the thing is, they could have that close relationship
but
with the child.
Yes,
and
but here what happened?
You don't tell. The thing is, sometimes your own sibling or your own family member could go through bullying,
Yeah.
and you not know a thing. And the reason why you don't know is because they don't want you to come down to school and cause a. Do you get what I'm saying? Like to cause some big hoo-ha or some big scene and make it worse for the child. So that child could have been getting bullied. Like at home, everything's great. I got a great relationship with my mum. I got a great relationship with my dad. I got a great relationship with my siblings. Everything's cool. But you see, when I go to school, I don't feel like me. I don't feel like I'm a person. I don't feel like I'm seen. I'm getting bullied. People are attacking me in the toilets, all these things. And I don't feel like if I go to my parents, I feel like it's going to make the situation worse.
But it still boils down to, the thing is, whenever it boils down to the parent being honest to us who are listening to the situation. All of them cover up the relationship that they have with the child. Every one of the child that commits suicide, all of them are angel. I never see that yet in my life. Every one of them that committed suicide.
They were all angels.
Every one of the parents them said they are good children.
Yeah, because overall they probably were good children. Just because they do something or a few things bad.
We cannot eradicate it if we don't know the real truth. If the real truth was spoken, it would be easier for me and you who are listening to try and find a solution.
Yeah. They're not gonna come out and tell the truth and say, you know what, that child was something else.
All right, the first thing what we have to take into consideration is this. Remember, yes, and I don't want, majority of these kids, not only the ones that pass away, a lot of them not grew up with no real manners. And not like we not see it. Them not really have no manners to them parents.
Yeah, but I feel like that's also because of what you said before.
Yeah.
You know, when you was talking about how certain people address certain women in this country and they don't do that in Jamaica. It's the same thing with the laws. You know how that's changed now? You can't be going, psst, hey, beautiful or whatever and shouting out to a woman. It's the same thing. The government has not allowed people to be able to really discipline their children without breaking some sort of law. Now, I'm not condoning any violence or like beating your kids or anything like that, but I'm just saying how our culture has been brought up. Like, we get disciplined in different types of ways. Do you get what I'm saying? You might get a lash here and there, but to me, that's what keeps you in check. You know, when you have that.
Sometimes.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes, not all the time. And again, it's because we're all born from different generations.
Yeah.
So this generation, this Gen Z generation, is completely different. But how much kids have said, "Oh, I'm going to call children's services
or social services
because you're saying this to me and you can't say this to me," and this is all because of specific laws that the government has put in place.
Me I tell them to call them, because I'm more than glad. Me take you off of my hand, less responsible.
Can't deal.
No, it's true. All right, here what happened. Let us look into it now. Where discipline is concerned, right? The discipline, a lot of times people in foreign countries, us as aliens that are in the country, right? We come under a lot of criticism, right? But I can assure you right now, in this country that we are at, where discipline is concerned, the average of the kids that have more discipline is from people who weren't born here.
100%. Or even the grandparents weren't born here.
Yes, I weren't born here. Them have a different culture.
Yes.
Calculate it now. And I don't know if you get to see the photographs. How much of those kids that committed suicide are of different race from us.
So that's the thing. We didn't get to see that. We only see the balloons. So that I only saw the balloons. So
The last 5 when me see, all of them are white.
Really?
The last 5 that I saw, they are all white.
Well, sorry to cut you guys, but Faded put this on the YouTube a little while now. She said, I was trying to help an elderly black woman on the bus. And she started cussing. I said, geez. She said she don't want no black person to help her, only white. She said black people is no good.
Yeah, same thing.
Wow.
And I'm alone. That
wow.
Means,
how
feel
rude.
Like the villain in things when we say.
I'm stunned.
No, it's true.
And that was a black lady saying that.
Yeah. Black people is no good. So, and forgetting that she's black too.
Yeah, so the mentals of it is crazy, because when we look into it, it's like another thing too. When you have funerals, right?
Yeah.
You ever go, even if it's a murderer, right? I have to mind some of the words, because I don't want them cut off the channel. Some of the words when I use, I have to be careful. Even if it's somebody who committed crime and take another person's life, right? Mm-hmm. Now what happens is, when you have a funeral for them, they never said that person was that person. He was a good person, he was that. You know how much people tell lie in a church? Because them know some of the people them where them are buried, a thief them, and nobody not talking at the church. You think I joke? Enough people, when them go up and say them are going to read this thing, the eulogy and he was a good person, she was that. That time you even know, say, you know, she, something will lean up at the corner and start short skirt a Friday night time and Saturday night time. You understand the business. And the man is the biggest thief. He is the goodest person. I've never seen anybody so careful and kind and loving. He looks after everybody. I miss him so much. He have always been here for us. You ever hear nobody said he was a thief, he was that? Don't it? No, but them not do it.
No, they don't. They don't. But it's like what you said. I feel like you said this like in another show that we had, and when you were talking about the truth and you were saying that how no one don't say that the baby's them is ugly, and some of the babies
that's not very nice.
No, it's true.
No, ugly. You mustn't say ugly.
No,
I'm not saying that.
No. But what I'm saying
don't
is,
look pleased into the eye. Is this all right? It's the same thing, you know. This week, right?
Yeah.
I saw a lady, right? Took up a photograph. I don't know if they made up that photograph.
The AI.
Yeah, and she was there with her mom and said, "Oh, Mom, Jennifer baby was born yesterday."
I've seen that. I've seen that.
I'm sure the mother. I've
seen that on TikTok, and the baby. Oh my gosh,
them sure.
I think it must be AI, but the baby was not attractive, like on purpose.
Yeah.
And like every reaction of every parent was like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with that baby?" And then like the daughter was like, "Oh my gosh, she's on FaceTime." And then as soon as she said, "Oh, she's on FaceTime," "Oh, what a cute baby! The baby's so cute." Oh gosh, it's a lot. It's
serious.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So it's just like that.
Oh my
And
goodness.
we will never ever know the truth of what really happened with these kids, and it's sad. So a lot of times with situations that the government will come out and speak about it, honestly, that won't resolve it. The way how they go about doing it, I have to think about it at times and said, it seems like they are from a different planet.
Well,
with the solution that they might think would eradicate that from society.
Well, big up yourself, John. John says that he agrees with Jez, who just said the previous comment. John says, I agree with Jez. The kids are vulnerable. Most are being groomed by gang members and ending up in prison. What do you guys think about that?
Oh, being groomed.
Yeah, because you know what, yeah? I feel like he's touched on a good point, but not even just talking about the kids. I feel like, you see, if you live in a certain area that's gang affiliated,
Yeah.
not only do the kids get groomed, but the mothers, the parents, or I'm specifically talking about the single mothers, get groomed to hold certain items or illegal items for those gang members. And especially if there's a single mom,
Yeah.
just say she's got 2 or 3 kids, she's struggling,
Yeah.
the father is not in the in the
picture.
children in the picture, so she's really struggling financially and to put food on the table. You get this opportunity, you see this man come into your life and he says, yeah, don't worry, you just hold these couple things and you're going to get this amount a week. And then not only that, that man that does try to convince her becomes her man. Do you get what I mean? So now she's got consistent aubergine and she's getting consistent money. And she's been brainwashed to think that, you know what, at least I'm providing for my kids. Those vulnerabilities that I feel like those vulnerabilities are not spoken about enough.
There's loads of situations like that.
There is loads of women out there that are single mothers, vulnerable, that are in gang affiliated areas.
Yep.
And they are being targeted and preyed upon. And there was this I can't remember this guy's name. I saw him on Instagram as well. And he was actually one of the people who used to groom the women.
Wow.
So he was basically talking about, obviously he's changed his life now, and he was just talking about how
he was that guy.
Yeah, he said that he was that guy. He was just admitting it. He was that guy. He needs to get what he needs to get done. He needs to, stash certain things. He needs certain things to be held. So this is what he would do. He would look at, the single mothers in the area, look at who the children were, what they needed. Go to the house and say, oh, you need a new telly. Don't worry, I've got that for you. Make them feel comfortable. Make them feel like, you
win their trust.
Win their trust. Make them feel like you can be relied upon.
So you think if he was doing it still, he might go come out on television and say him still?
Oh, hell no.
Of course not.
But it's just letting you know that it's out there.
Of course not.
It's
But
out
no
there.
one ever does, though. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. You could be talking about robberies or committing certain crimes. You're only going to talk about it when you've already done it and done the time. Do you get what I'm saying? Or you've come out of it from the other side and you can now speak about it. You're not going to talk about it when you're doing it. Because that's setting yourself up.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that those are the different types of vulnerabilities are out there. It's not just people with additional needs, people that's got disabilities. It's
so
parents.
broad.
It's broad. It's parents, single parents, single mothers that are living in gang affiliated areas that can't afford to keep the lights on in their house and that are being groomed. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's not just the kids that are being groomed, the parents are being groomed
Adults
as well.
are being groomed as well.
Adults are being groomed as well.
Yeah. And the gang affiliated areas literally are targeting them,
Yes.
They can see, you know what?
They know who is who.
There's no way she's going to say no to this.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come
She's
on.
never gone shopping. She don't really go shopping for food. The children look like, they haven't got the latest gear on. Let me try and win her over. And then look there.
You're going to take the risk.
Vulnerability.
And again, like, you're thinking, oh my gosh, this man's come into my life and he's the only one helping. Even though you know what he's doing, even though you know what he's doing is not legal, you're thinking, this man's coming into my life and he's taking care of me and he's taking care of the kids. He's making sure I've got everything and he's providing.
No, because them have woman who are gangster woman too,
And that too.
Yeah.
It's
so
not just...
Yeah, so a lot of them don't really need no grooming, because a lot of them same way is of a gangster thinking. You get what I mean?
Yes. They might have come from that kind of background.
Too. So sometimes it's a catch-22 at times, based on the situation. you know. But the whole thing, vulnerability, is a very wide topic, you know.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause you can, no matter how you even see it, this is a very dangerous topic. My dog said something a while ago, but I'm not going to say it because vulnerability is a very dangerous.
It is.
We are
No, no, no. On that note, has anyone, not just you know, in the audience, has any of us on the panel been in vulnerable situations where we've been the victims of something, or not necessarily the victims, but we've been in a vulnerable situation and been taken advantage of?
Yeah, when they tried to take my money for the scammers.
I think I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. They took my money out of my account. Vulnerable, yeah. Gullible as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just there on the phone, giving all my details. Yeah, okay. Oh, all right then. I gave them all my details, everything, and before you know it, I hung up the phone. I looked at my bank account, and they drew out my money. They transferred one amount to the next account. They actually moved my money from one account to another account and took my money.
Oh my God.
I had to phone the bank. I said, listen, please. Someone just took all my money. And I was lucky enough to get it back. But what I'm saying is, not everyone will be thinking like how I was thinking. Do you know what I mean? They get the scammers, they'll phone. Look, I've heard people, there's like 200 people that's in one warehouse and they're all scammers.
Yes.
200 of them, you know,
Yep.
just sitting at the phone, phoning the people, scamming them. This is their job. This is what they do.
Have you seen that film? Is it The Beekeeper? Have you seen that film?
Oh, was that with the
There's
Barlet
a
man?
Yes, with what's his name? Something.
Yeah, I know,
State,
yeah.
something, I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Is it John? I can't remember. Anyway, if you have Netflix, or maybe it could even be on Amazon Prime, I don't know.
Or the Fire
but-
Stick.
Or the Fire Stick. Watch The Beekeeper, because it actually talks. The show is about the scammers, and it's someone being scammed, an elderly woman
Yes.
who helps the charities. So she does charity work, and she had hundreds of thousands of pounds in her account, and
Yeah.
they scammed her. They got onto her laptop, they scammed her, and all the money was gone, and she ended up killing herself.
Yeah.
Which is
Literally.
so, and these things happen in real
Yeah.
life. These things happen in real life. So it's just like, what can be done to even
Prevent this.
Prevent this. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there must be some sort of solutions.
Because the thing is, you have to think of it like this as well. Not everyone has people around them as well to help them to think, move with the times.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people have got people around them that's moving with the times.
Yes.
They're stuck back in the day.
Yes.
And that's where the problem is.
Yes.
How are you going to get them people out of this mental cycle?
Yeah, that's very, very true.
How are you going to do it?
That is very, very, especially with AI.
AI is taking over the world.
There's videos on Instagram, and trust me, you look at it, you'll believe
Some people
that's what's actually happening.
feel
And
like
sometimes it's AI.
Yeah, some people feel like the president is it of Nigeria.
Bafuna from Bafaso.
Yes,
Burkina Faso.
Burkina.
Who Trayor?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about him?
The amount of AI videos that's out there of him, yeah, and people actually believe it's him, But when he's speaking in his language, not English. That alone should let you know that it's not real.
Yeah.
But people are so sucked in. Anything that he says, I don't care if it's English, if it's in his language, that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're drawn in.
It's just like Martin Lewis, though. Martin Lewis, obviously, we're in England here, so Martin Lewis is a guy that helps
financial advisor.
He's a financial advisor. He tries to help you save money wherever you can, whether that be insurance, life insurance, everything, basically. Even credit cards, how you can get new credit cards and whatever. But there are videos on Instagram, Facebook, like everywhere, of him saying, try this credit card, or do this, or invest in this. And you know how much times he says, I don't have social media. He has to say it on live television because he doesn't have social media.
Yeah.
He's saying, this is not me.
Yeah.
Don't believe the hype.
Yeah.
This is not me saying this. If you see a video of me saying to invest in this like company or whatever, it's not me, it's AI.
Exactly. Welcome aboard, Rooster. Welcome to Chill and Spill. Even with this Trump and Musk, is there any vulnerability coming? Who's vulnerable in this situation?
None of them. Don't get into the hype and spin, man.
Who is vulnerable out of the Trump and the Musk situation? Because when Trump was going for president, everything was Musk. Yeah, because he is like the multi-billionaire man that, was supporting the campaign and whatever. And then now they've broken up. They're not friends anymore. The bromance has ended. I want to know who was vulnerable in that position. I think it was Trump. What do you think?
I don't think any of them were vulnerable in
because Trump is the oldest
situation. Even if Trump is the oldest, I don't care. None of them were vulnerable in that situation. They're both opportunists. Yeah, both of them are opportunists, and they thought, you know what? Trump thought, if I get Elon Musk on this, then I'm gonna get way more followers because he's got a big following. Yeah, and then Elon Musk must have thought to himself, you know what, if I'm siding with Trump and he wins, then I'm definitely going to get some sales in the Tesla. Do you get what I'm saying? And his sales have decreased. So I don't know. I just feel like none of them were vulnerable in that situation. I feel like they were both opportunists. They were both opportunists in that situation. And both of them lost. That's how I feel. That's my opinion.
Benson?
If you don't like it, bite it.
There has to be some form of vulnerability going on in this scenario right there.
What?
Yeah, the two of them felt vulnerable,
None of them felt vulnerable, man.
Yeah, man, the two of them. The both of them think them need each other. But vulnerability catch all of us at times still,
No, 100%. It does.
If it is not in one way, it's in the other, And that's why, like, there's no wrong in this topic saying that this either or either, where this word is concerned.
No.
Because at some time, even...
everybody has been vulnerable.
Yeah. So
I even feel like even if you haven't reached your full capacity, your personal full capacity in life, career, all sorts of things, there's times when people take your kindness for weakness and you'll feel vulnerable.
Oh my gosh, do you know what?
Does something come to you?
I'm glitching. I'm glitching, guys.
Oh dear, my teeth just licked the mic.
You said that you was going to do that at the beginning of the show, Don't give me joke. I can't deal with Nubian, She said she's going to do the same thing at the beginning of the show, and so saying,
words
so done.
are spells, people. I've proven it. Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, I think when I was younger, there was this lady.
Don't mix me.
There was this older triple OG. Sorry, lady. And I feel like at the time I was young. I was young and naive and vulnerable and impressionable. And she really tried to kind of like take me under her wing, but it wasn't for good reason.
Yeah.
It was to distract me from like my studying and what I was doing, because it's like, sometimes in life people can see where you're going rather than you see where you're going. Even though you know where you want to go, but they can see that, oh, this person, she's gonna really succeed in life.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
She's the oldest.
She's gonna get ahead of me. And she's an older woman, and she used to always say to me, and it's only when you get older you realise that someone is chatting a bag of was. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's only when you get older you realise, rah, so that's what you were saying? Yeah. Keeping it real English right now. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, she was to tell me, oh, yeah, I've got this degree and I've got that degree and I've got... So if you do have all these degrees, I've got 5 degrees.
What are you doing
You've got
here?
5 degrees. What are you doing here?
Yeah. Why do you
What
need
are you
another?
doing here?
Why do you need a
And
6?
Why do you need a 6th degree? And why are you not making peace? Why are you not making mad money? But that's how she the way that she brought me in. Come, let's go to lunch. Buy me lunch. Do all these things. Come, let's go to the house. Come to my house and study and all. And these times, literally, all that was happening was my work that when I was getting top grades started decreasing. And I was just like, wait, hold on. You know when you start explaining things to other people so they can get it, so they can get the assignment, and then they now understand the assignment, they're getting great grades, and then you're not. But you was getting better grades than them before. You're just like, huh? What's going on? And again, that's a part of when you're young, you have that vulnerability in it because you're naive. You think that everyone is nice. You think that everyone is looking out
Some
for
people,
you.
the thing is, Zuz, I must cut you there because you feel like, oh yeah, when you're younger, you're naive. But some people are olders and are still naive. Some people still have that mentality that everyone is nice. You know, there's no bad people in the world. Some people still have that mentality. And it's really sad.
It is.
Because you're going to face a lot of disappointment when you have that mindset.
100%. And I just want to say, you see, God, nah sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah? Look at me now.
Look at me now.
Okay, whatever
Look
you
at me
tried to do, it didn't work. Do you get what I mean? But yeah, no, it was a crazy big distraction at that time. And yeah, I truly believe that I was vulnerable. We've had a lot of vulnerable moments throughout my life, but I'm just saying that moment
that was a big one.
a big one for me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially with the career that I wanted to do, I just felt like it was such a setback that
It was just
it's like
unnecessary.
everything unfolded before my eyes, and I just didn't understand. I was like, "What is going on?" And then I saw the root of the problem, and it was her.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? And then sometimes when you're in those vulnerable situations, you don't listen to your parents. How much times my mum said to me, why are you going to this lady's house all the time? Why has she always got to make you study up there? Why can't you go to the library and study? Why can't you do this? And you're just like, oh, mum, da-da-da-da. Oh, come on. And you start convincing your own mum that this person is great. Yeah. And the person is wicked and bad mind.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I mean, sometimes it takes a short time to work out. People are not for you, and sometimes it takes a long time to work out. Trust me, you know. But yes, people, on that note, we are going to close our wonderful show. Thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning in. Remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe to all our wonderful platforms, our 2 Beagles, Facebook, Mixcloud, YouTube, Kick. Tune in. Make sure you tune into our radio as well. GMPC Live Radio.
You know, I have to say, sorry to cut in you, Ben.
Yeah.
But I noticed from Friday night that Facebook have changed their settings.
Right, yeah.
On the Facebook, a lot of persons, I don't know if they are able to see us anymore.
Yeah.
Or how they do it now, because it has changed over the weekend. So what you would have to do for those persons who are on the Facebook, if you can hear us or you can't hear us, you can go on the GMPC Live Radio on Google and on Chrome or any other platform for those persons on the Facebook.
The fans page is working fine now. The Benson GMPC fans page, that's working okay.
Okay, because they changed it. You can't allow to
show to the public.
To public again. I don't know why. You have to be pasting some link or whatever it is. But it has been a pleasure and enough respect, and thank you guys for having me.
Don't make me laugh.
People.
The one time I want to feel especially, I stop it.
No. Benson, Ray.
I lie. Don't mix. I'm going to get some, was it pom-poms? Oh, yeah. I'm going to get some pom-poms. Listen, you lot are in for a treat, you know, because we're going to, anyway, I ain't saying nothing. Just watch and see what's going on here.
Watch this space.
Watch this space. Please, again, I'm going to say it again. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe to all our platforms because you don't want to keep it to yourselves. You know, end of the day, the world needs to hear what's going on here because we do address topics that people often leave it under the carpet.
Yes,
We're
brush it.
not brushing it under there. We are going to address it head on and talk about it because there's so much that we go through in life and it's always good to talk about it and get it off your chest. Yeah? So if you can't be good, be careful. Big up all the DJs on a GMPC Live Radio. Big up Sir Benson, obviously. Big up General, Chamouch, Father Mango, Mark, Sean.
World love.
Ecstatic. Rooster. Abraham. I think that's it.
Dr. Love.
World love.
No, we said world love.
Jackie, Dr. Love. Love Doctor. Love Doctor. Benson keeps making me say, it's the love doctor.
It's the love doctor.
Big up yourself each and every time. Love you guys. Until next week, stay tuned. See you later.
Bye.